Okay, we've completed all the grouting of our grout lines in the project here. So now all we have left is to caulk the two corners. And you caulk the corners instead of grouting because eventually, if you grout it, they could have movement in the walls and it could cause cracking down the road. So we're going to use a flexible caulking. They make a caulking that actually matches the color of the grout that you're using. And I was using Custom Products 381 white. And you can see they make a 381 bright white caulking. So we're going to use that, and the caulking will match the grout itself. They also sell these tools. They're pretty cheap, like $5 or so, and it's used to help smooth the caulking in the corners. I've used these rubber ones before, and they're pretty good. So I'm going to show you how they work. You pick the different size width of caulking in the corner that you want. They also have a round one, and whichever one you pick, that's the width you're going to get. And at the same time, it's wiping both sides of the tile itself. So I find this works better than just wetting your finger and running it down the wall. When I do that, if you put too much caulking in there, you have a lot of cleanup on both sides to do. So I'm going to show you this method and see if you like it, see if it works better for you too. Long format, so you can see more of the area that we're doing. So one of the keys is not to put a super large amount of caulking in the corner. Just put about what you think you're going to need. So we're going to go ahead and try the round tool first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wet the tool, and then we're just going to run it. You see, it gives me a pretty clean line, so every once in a while you have to wipe it. Once I wipe it, I'm going to wet it again. I'm going to go right back over this one. You see how clean it's leaving the walls. Go right back over this one. You see how clean it's leaving the walls. And every time you wipe it, go in and wet it. Wipe it, go in and wet it. You can see I've done that pretty quickly with not much cleanup needed. I want to get this top line a little bit more even with the other one, so I'm going to go ahead and do it again. See, when I didn't wet it, you can see a little bit of caulking left on the tile itself. We'll just go again. And that worked pretty well. See, when I didn't wet it, you can see a little bit of caulking left on the tile itself. We'll just go again. And that worked pretty well. So it's about as quick of a grout line you're going to get without having a lot of cleanup. So I'll see if I can blow up into it. You can see it came out pretty clean. So I recommend these tools. They work pretty good. Again, probably one of the quickest and easiest ways of getting your grout line put in. Okay, we're using the grout tool on the second seam. Keep it wet. Have one little clean up right here to do. And we'll make one more pass. And we're going to call that good. All right, we got the second grout line done. We almost see very little cleanup needed. Gonna get a very sharp, very uniform, clean caulking line. You can also see that the color matches pretty well between the caulking and the original grout. I found I was working on this on the bottom. It gave me a contoured, rounded edge. So the best tool for doing that was the rubber piece. Instead of using one of the flat edges, using the rounded piece and kind of taking it in your hand and pushing down hard on the center part at the right angle gave me the best contour and cleanness of the silicone. So that came out pretty nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to redo the other side and let you watch me do it. I'm going to do the same thing with the round contour. So that's what we're going to end up using. Let me reset the camera and we'll do the other side. I'm going to add a little bit more silicone to it. Again, we're going to take the round part and we're just going to keep this flat against the wall, this flat against the bottom, and keep the round part in there to give a good contour. So again, always wet your applicator. You can see how I'm coming in here. I need a little bit more silicone in places, so we can add a little bit more.
Go ahead and wet it again. You can see how it gave me a pretty clean round contour. So we're going to do it one more time. What I'm going to do is clean the applicator again, and hopefully when we sweep it this time it'll be mostly clean. I'll wet it again. You can see it's giving a pretty nice That actually looks pretty good.